TTG Fairer Travel Festival, and it's a real privilege to be kicking off the training sessions. If we haven't met yet this week, my name's Scott Lawson, and I have the pleasure of being the sustainability lead and heading up our sustainability efforts here at easyJet Holiday. So, as always, there's some poll questions for you with the opportunity to win a £100 lifestyle voucher. And as well, I'll leave some time for some questions at the end of this session. So if there's anything you've seen from either myself or our Chief Operating Officer, Matt Callahan, this week, or from the presentation, I'm happy to answer any questions at the end of the session. So most of you will know the easyJet and easyJet Holidays brand and our mission to deliver brilliant holidays at unbeatable prices. So the easyJet brand has always been about democratizing travel and ensuring that as many people as possible can enjoy the benefits and the positives of travel across our industry. And for us, this is where our work focuses. So we take millions of customers on holiday every year. So it's really important that we focus our work on the impacts that our customers have and how we can ensure that sustainable travel is available and affordable to everybody. So you're all attending the session this week to find out some more about what we do, what our peers in the industry do, to give you some confidence and the ability to sell our holidays to your customers. So we've mentioned some of the projects that we've done throughout our short time in our sustainability strategy since we kicked off in September 2021. But I just wanted to break down and work into some more detail on some of those areas with you this morning. So if you want to find out more, there's an expanded timeline on the TTG Partner Hub, and also you can find out a lot more information on our Sustainability Hub on the website. But to kick off with a reminder of our strategy. So when we first developed the strategy, we came up with three key pillars, which are creating better holiday choices, keep our holidays special, and transform travel for everyone. So creating better holiday choices is really, really simple. How can we demonstrate to customers, you, our trade agents, where the really good options are for them to select, where they can have confidence that they're making better options and ultimately allowing them to holiday better? Keep Our Holidays Special is all about how we look after the people and places. You'll hear us talk quite a lot about how we believe that it's really the destinations and, of course, the people that look after our customers that give people those memories that want them to go, that means they want to go back time and time again. So it's all about how do we look after those local communities, ensure that the tourism is benefiting them as much as everybody else in the industry. And then Transform Travel for Everyone is about how we leverage the power of our brand. I'll talk later on about how we're quite early on in our journey still, but at an early stage, we're managing to partner with some of the leading global organisations to send our message and help support with our really broad network in getting more of the sustainable options available to hotels and their customers. We know that it's very popular, very easy to put down some nice words on a page, come up with a strategy, but we're really about making sure we hold true to what we believe in. And to make sure we deliver on our promises, we always stick to three enablers. So the first is education. So we are clear that we do not have all the answers in this industry. We're still really young. Some people have been doing this for a long time and doing this really, really successfully. So we make sure that we attend as many industry events as possible. We make sure we learn from the right people in different scenarios. And we make sure that when we do have the right answers, we also share those with our peers in the industry. The second is collaboration. And this is an area where we are really, really strict with ourselves. So collaboration is a word that's used a lot, but we are really true to the fact that for us, collaboration has to be the right type of collaboration and what's right for us. So I mentioned we take millions of customers. There's different types of tourism industries that have a different business model for us. So we don't collaborate for the sake of collaborating. When it comes to collaboration, we find the right partner for us to drive forward our initiatives. And the last is rapid implementation. So this is about just getting on with something. If we've done our education, we've found out the issue, we've found the right person to collaborate with, we go ahead and we get it out into the industry as quickly as possible. And if it's great, we share it amongst our network. So we'll take you back to one of our real early projects, and that was our partnership with the University of Oxford, and where we developed the Oxford SDG Impact Lab, so the Oxford Sustainable Development Goals Impact Lab. And the Sustainable Development Goals are a series of 17 different targets that the UN Tourism believe we need to achieve for a completely sustainable industry and a sustainable global environment. So in this process, it's really unique. So, we were very young in our journey at that point, and we had hundreds and hundreds of years old university. So, quite a unique collaboration between two very different businesses. But we worked with them and also the Travel Foundation to highlight some of the areas of concern, of issues within our destinations. So initially, the Travel Foundation went out to identify through materiality assessments in some of our key destinations, some of the biggest concerns and problems. And this wasn't just about talking to local governments, they spoke to local people, and they produced us with some materiality assessments, which we then shared with the University of Oxford and the 20 students that participated in each year of this programme. The students then had 6 months desk-based research to come up with some solutions to the issues that we had presented to them. And then they followed on with a 1-month field lab in Tenerife and Mallorca, where they explored how they could solve some of these issues, engaging with local communities, engaging with local hoteliers, local government, and finding the right people for us to collaborate. And I'll come on to some of the success and how that worked. But this really built the foundation for us, and it was a clear example of how we set our bar really high to collaborate with the right people early on in our journey. So I've mentioned on a couple of occasions already our certified sustainable range, and this was launched back in August 22 with that real drive to create better holiday choices for our customers. So I've spoken all about it. Happy to talk about it any more in any questions, but I thought what would be really useful this morning is to show you the simplest method of how we can get you to display those options to customers. So our team in the trade team have produced a really nice video from the trade portal, and it just demonstrates the quickest and simplest method that you can get these in front of customers. So apologies, so I disappeared for a second there. So really simple, log on to the trade portal as you would for any time you're selling one of our holidays, search for the holiday as you would, and then visit the facilities tab, scroll to the bottom, and you'll find the selection for our eco certified range. And then that'll display for that specific destination, or if you choose for holidays anywhere. So you've got some options there for customers specifically looking for a certified sustainable property. You can show them the whole range, or alternatively, you can search for their specific destination. So we were really cautious. We've had the certified sustainable range for a long period now. So, but what we did is we've introduced this filter at a stage where we know we have a critical mass of good properties in each destination to make sure that when you are delivering this in front of customers, they get a good selection of properties. So if you just return back to the slides, if that's okay. Great. So a real fine example of how we've worked with our enablers of education, collaboration, rapid implementation was the first real piece of output that we got from the University of Oxford, and that was our partnership with Winnow. I won't go too much into the detail because I know Iberostar and Ashlyn will probably give you some more detail on that later in the training sessions. This was a great example how we knew that food waste was a problem in some of our hotels, but what we didn't understand is that a lot of hotels wanted to do something really good and positive in this area, but unfortunately, they just didn't have the means or the method to make a real difference. So what we did is, or the students did, is they found us Winow as a collaboration partner, and we've implemented this into one of our biggest hotels in Tenerife with a 12-month long trial, with the idea of the trial coming to an end very, very soon, and us being able to share that data publicly and also amongst our hotel partners. So from the education piece of finding out what the issue, collaborating with Winow, rapidly implementing that into our hotels, and then sharing those results across our network. And I mentioned at the start how we've already made the great leaps into working with some of the biggest global brands. So we're really proud of our partnership with UN Tourism. And this is all about making sure that tourism is easily measurable. So for us, how easily can we compare how well all of our hotels and our partners are performing? And equally for you, how can you see which businesses are doing better and providing more sustainable options to customers? So at the moment, there's no unified ESG, so environmental, social, governance framework for tourism. So if I asked any of our hotels to report on how they're doing in those areas, I could get various different answers because they'd all be using different tools and mechanisms to report. So the idea is that the UN tourism piece for us is all about finding a unified method. So we've worked with our partners at Oxford and our local hotel partners to develop and trial this framework in year one. After the completion of year one, the UN tourism team have taken back all the feedback, and now we'll be moving into year two, where we'll start to expand the project and test the robustness of the method and the ease of use for our partners. And after 3 years, we're looking to be able to launch this into global tourism as a unified method of measuring how well people are doing. And lastly, we hit the headlines this year for our animal welfare policy. But I think this is a real fine example, again, of how we use our enablers, but how the trade have influenced some of our decisions here. So we were going to events, and we've always had this stance on animal welfare, but through engaging with trade agents and various different people at events, we were starting to see a real trend that people wanted to know our stance on this, and people wanted to see a positive change. And that was also clearly abundant from the staff within our team. So again, we knew what people wanted, but what was the right solution? So we collaborated with World Animal Protection and some other industry experts to really delve into what's the possible, what does good look like, and ultimately that led us to the point where we have intentionally set out our store that we will not promote any harmful animal experience across our tours and experiences. And again, this was contentious, but it's what we were told, it's what the industry wanted. So we went out and we rapidly implemented this and brought it out to the industry. So thanks. I'm not sure if there's any questions. I'm a little bit limited on time, but as always, if there's any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Anything from myself, my presentations, anything that you've heard from us in the week, holiday.better@easyjet.com. And if there's, of course, anything you can do, think we can do better, then please let us know. But probably last time I'll speak to you this week. So thanks very much. Been really great to be involved, and we look forward to engaging with you all soon. Thanks.